everyone. Today I'm here in the tropics on the warm sunny beaches of Puerto Rico. Now as nice as palm trees and salt air and blue ocean water are, to be completely honest with you guys, I would never come all the way down here for this. I'm here for this. This is the Chuck E. Cheese in Bayamon, Puerto Rico, which is just west of San Juan. And from the outside it may look like any other modern Chuck E. Cheese. You can see there's 2.0 Chuck up there, but I assure you that on the inside this is anything but. And if you grew up in the 90s and 2000s or were a parent then, I'm sure this video will bring back a lot of memories for you. So let's go in there and I'm going to give you guys the full store tour. Alright guys, let's start this tour off right here in the showroom. So as you can see, first thing I noticed walking in is that the lights are turned off in the showroom, so we have a dim retro showroom, which goes perfectly with all of this retro stuff that they have in here. So let's start this off by taking a look at their stage. So all three Puerto Rican locations have a 16-movement Studio C beta stage. Now, unfortunately, Studio C is not programmed anymore, so we're not going to see the animatronic do anything, and he's not on random movements either. I will talk a little bit more about this in the history section of the video. However, I do want to mention that this animatronic currently holds the record for the longest lasting 16M Studio C animatronic. No other 16M has stood on the same stage in the same store as long as this one has. So that's a little neat piece of trivia there. Chucky's wearing this full rockstar outfit, including shoes. These are walk-around shoes, I believe. The first time I have ever seen shoes on an animatronic before. They also have this homemade sign right here, probably telling kids to stay off the stage. Not 100% sure though. They do have the Studio C carpet. They do have curtains, albeit not working. And they have the Studio C beta backdrop with pizza time clock. Some of the lights are working. Up here, a lot of the lights are working, including the strobe. They have an LED strobe up there. Of course, no programming, unfortunately, but it is nice to see the stage lit up, especially in a dark showroom like this. Over here, as we move over, you can see that the traffic light thing works. The lights in those work, and then the E and the second C work. Unfortunately, the first E does not work. Another interesting thing is that I am filming this well into January, and the international holiday show tape has not gone invalid yet. So they are still playing that here in this store. To the left of that, they no longer have the blue screen, but they do still have their Avenger ticket blaster, both Avenger back and top. They have the Studio C letters, and then up there they have the ticket blaster camera, which is great to see. They have a bunch of lights, different colored lights. They have, it looks like that's probably another strobe up there. They do have the Warp, which is right there. Unfortunately, no Gemini though. And they do have both On the Air and Applause. Unfortunately though, I have not seen either of them light up. Alright, now let's take a look at what they have on the side walls of the showroom. So we'll start with the left wall. Right here, they have an emergency exit only sign. This is one of the 90s rainbow checkers, and it is both in English and Spanish. My first time seeing that. To the left of that, they have the 1993 Elvis piece, which is great to see. And then this whole wall is painted purple as well as over there by the stage. Over here, you can see they have all of the 90s pennant lights, and then they have their 90s booths. And then for the side walls of the showroom, they have the must-see TV collection. And these even have the lights above them. Now, I saw these lights at YMSing, however, I didn't bring any attention to them because I didn't know. I thought maybe it was more common than it was, but I have not seen it since then until today. But they have these C-files right here. Then they have Friends. Then they have ER and Chuck Bell. That's what they have here on the left. And now let's go take a look at the right side. Alright, now over here to the right of the stage, you have some stuff to look at. First up, we have the Name That Cheese piece, one of my favorites from 1998. They have another emergency exit with that same sign that you saw on the left side. And then we have the 1993 Show This Pizza Time Inc., and this one does say it, the Hello Dolly theater piece. Great to see this one as well. And then they have more of the must-see TVs. So they have Chuck Trek, they have World Order of Wrestling, and they have Cheesy Television. So they have 7 of the 8. The one they are missing is World News Tonight. And they also have more of the 90s showroom booths and pennant lights as well. Of course, their long tables here have the 90s showroom chairs, which is great to see, the green and black ones. And then along the back of their showroom, they have more of the 90s showroom booths with the 90s pennant lights. I have never seen this and this together, and it is fantastic. They look great together, and it's so sad this stuff is getting rarer and rarer, because this furniture. Just looks phenomenal. Right here, they have a couple of games shoved in the corner of the showroom. I'll explain why these are here a little later. But right here, they have all four of these small Warhol tribute pieces. All right, now the layout of the store is very interesting. So we can't really separate it into kiddie ride area, game room. So we're just going to start over to the right side of the showroom, and we will just work our way around the store. So first up here, we have SpongeBob Pineapple Arcade, Super Bikes 3, and Dead Heat Racing along this wall over here to the right of the showroom. And they're very hard to see, but behind these games, they have a full, complete set of all 5 of the 1999 character headshots. This is my first time ever seeing all 5 together. You can see Pasquale's is right there, and then Helen's is next to it. I wish these were more visible. They're really neat to see them all together in a row. There's Helen's, you can kind of see that. And then Chucky's is right there, kind of hidden, and then of course Munch and Jasper right here. You can see the 2 of them pretty well. But full set of the 99 headshots, which is fantastic. And then as we move through the kiddie ride area, we have Avenger, the original Hammer Fun right here. Oh, wait a second. Rockstar stuff is on there. I think that's a first for me. Just like the photo ride, they added a Rockstar head onto the Avenger body. This still here says All Games One token, even though they did add Play Pass in Puerto Rico, they do still have the All Games One token sticker on there. Then here they have the Ice Age Mallet game. And then here they have something super special that I've never seen before, the Sky Tubes. Now, of course, if you grew up in the 90s or 2000s, or even 2010s, you definitely remember the Sky Tubes at CEC. They were a staple. However, any locations that still had them, COVID really killed that in America. However, they did stay here, and they even have the Sneaker Keeper with Thumbchuck on it. It's a shame they didn't make a version of this for the trampoline zone, but they have the Sneakers Keeper right here in between the showroom and the game room. All right, now here as we go through, you can see the rest of the Sky Tubes, and then we have some games, regular games and kiddie rides. So right here they have Operation, and then on the other side of that, they have a token action game, which is called Crazy Typhoon. They also have Chameleon Paradise, a double player version of it. There's the Chuck E. Cheese race car part of the Sky Tubes right there with the Chuck E. Cheese logo, and they have the checkered flags and all that kind of stuff there. They have the Bob the Builder, and then here they have the mirror carousel with the 3 white horses. And down here you can see it says it's manufactured by Amutech. It doesn't have the one like Edison, New Jersey that says, oh wait a second, it does. It's right here. Limited edition carousel for Showbiz Pizza Time Inc. This is number 202. They also have Wild Boat right here. They have this red car. They also have hit music on the other side of Hammer Fun. I didn't show that before. They have that train ride, which I don't want to get too close to because someone's on it right now. And then right here they have the Batman Whack-A-Mole. Right here they have the Avengers Sketchbook. Of course, it still has the Avengers software. And then here they have Spider-Bot and Dead Storm Pirates. They have Rescue Hero. They have Hammerhead and Dino Bash, which I don't think I've seen ever, or not very much anyway. Right over here, they have the popcorn game. I think I've seen that once or twice. They have Strike Zone, Dino Pop. They have a Ticket Muncher right here. I have not seen a Ticket Muncher since San Jose Tolling Road, so it's awesome to see one of those here. Of course, they did switch to Play Pass, but I guess there must be something that gives tickets, unless it's just for display only. They also have a few inflatables around the store, since the holiday season goes longer in Puerto Rico than it does in the United States. I'll show all this stuff later when nobody's playing these games, but right now I can show they have a Samsung TV right here, and then below it they have the 1999 Super Chuck Wonder Helmet piece. The front wall is also painted purple, and then they have lit crown molding. This part isn't lit, a lot of the bulbs are burnt out, but as we move down you will see some of it is lit. Now most of the game room has the 90s booths, as you can see right here. However, there is just this random Phase 4 booth. Not sure how or why or when they got that, but they have at least one Phase 4 in this store. I showed you guys all this already, and then of course they have more booths there, and then we're moving into the game room. So we're going to start off with Monopoly Bowl and Go, then they have Fishbowl Frenzy, Halo Fire Team Raven, Nerf Arcade, Centipede Chaos, and then moving around here, Tipping Blocks, then we have another token action, Smokin' Token, Fruit Ninja FX, Doodle single jump, and then they have power drop, and their power drop does have Avenger Chuck up there on the power bonus display. It has Avenger Chuck on the power bonus pole as well. It also has an all games one token sticker. I'm gonna stop pointing that out because it looks like all the games have it, so that's not anything game specific here really. Here you can see they have the rainbow colored lights in the lit crown molding up here. So some of it does work, but not much. And then you can see the phase 3 booths continue all the way through here. Every one of these booths in the store has this, since they do still bring the food out to the tables and show the pickup window here at this location. Then we have Crank It, we have Tower of Power, but I have never seen that up there. It spins around and it has Chucky with a lightning bolt on his sweater. So that is really awesome. There's also a picture of Chucky right there as well. And it even says Chuck E. Cheese's Tower of Power right there. Man, so many neat old branded games that most of the stores have done away with. Here they have Ticket Troopers. They have Guitar Hero. They have a Seawolf The Next Mission, which I don't recall seeing before. Only regular Seawolf, not The Next Mission. On the other side of Seawolf, they have Terminator Salvation. Right here, they have Simpsons Poopy Carnival on the other side of Crank It. And then right here, they have the 1999 Hockey Stars piece. And then here is an emergency exit with another sign I've never seen before. It's Avenger Chuck pointing at you, telling you not to go out. Of course, it's in Spanish, so I'm not sure if this is something they made only for the Spanish-speaking areas or if there was an English version of this too. Nevertheless, I have never seen it before. One thing I have seen before is right here. This is Chuck E. Cheese's Super Shot. Another extremely retro location, which was Spokane, Washington, did have Super Shot. So I have seen that. They have Fast and Furious right here, and then they have two of the sports balls, the soccer ball and the basketball. They have a single speed demon, they have Deep Freeze, they have Dog Pounder with the Bone, and then last in this row we have another game I've never seen before, which is the Great Ticket Carnival. And this is a lot of CDC branding on it. There is a Please Be Fair and Share sticker, Chucky right there. There's Avenger tickets up here. They have Avenger tickets here, and then also all along the front. And then on the side, there is Chucky in a Carney outfit, and it says the Great Ticket Carnival on the side as well. So,
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper, America's #1 trusted paper towel.
Get tax expertise without legal fees. Switch to a TurboTax expert for $150. All tax situations, all returns, $150 all in, no surprises. Now this is taxes.
Troy, Avai like no other.
Another satisfied customer. At Tutor Time, discover quality care and
So, very branded game, which I'm glad I got to see. Unfortunately, I can't try it out because it's out of service, but really nice to see that right next to Dog Pounder with the bow, which is also very nice to see. Right here, you can see there's this very wide opening right here. Now, the girl at the front told me that this is here because they are going to be installing the trampoline zone, and they have cleared the spot for it. You can see they got rid of the games over there that probably went here, that they are moving stuff out to install the trampoline zone. She did tell me, though, that as far as she knows, they are not removing the sky tubes to install the trampoline zone. So that is good. Hopefully she's right about that. I would hate to see the sky tubes be removed before the trampoline zone. Right up here, I'm not sure if they're going to remove this or not when they get the trampoline zone, but they do still have the hockey stick with the All-Stars Chuck E. Cheese's puck. They have a couple of the Phase 3 stars. And then right here is a piece that I have never seen before, the 1993 Showbiz Pizza Time 8. It even says it right there, the ballpark piece. So glad I got to see this one in person for the first time. Of course, Jasper's right there. Pasquale's right there. Munch's arm is right there. And then where is Chucky? Chucky, I guess, is throwing out the first pitch. So characters are represented in this. So awesome to see this. And then, of course, along the showroom, game room barrier, they have more of the Phase 3 game room booths all along here. There's Chucky. He's going back into his room. Now, one thing about this location is that they do have all of the characters in walk-around form. Unfortunately, they just brought Chucky out tonight, but it would have been great to see all of the characters. But I guess they are all back there in that room that Chucky's going into. Right here at the end of the game room, there are a couple games I forgot to show. Right here, they have Monopoly, they have Reactor. Over here, they have a play pass checker. They have Deal or No Deal, and it does have Please Be Fair and Share as well. Then they have Wonderland, another token action. On the other side of Wonderland, they have Wheel of Fortune, and then they also have Let's Go Island, which must be an offshoot of Let's Go Jungle. Another one I gotta point out is right here in between this area with the Sky Tubes and the game room, they have the clock ride. I did see kids on it, it was working, and it even has a homemade graphic in Spanish with Rockstar Chuck on it. Alright, so now I am back over here in the front corner of the store to show you guys this. Now that nobody's over here. They have more of the Phase 3 gamer booths. Right here on the wall, they have the large blue crayon. Then they have two of the kids pieces. They have the sandbox, and they have the fire truck. And then over there, they have the pink colored pencil. Then they have little booths which I have never seen at CDC before. No CDC brand line, unfortunately. They do have two street booths right next to it, which does have branding, of course. And then right here, they have Alley Roller Classics. They have 5 of them with marquee. And then they have 2-minute drill, and that's exactly where the Super Shop is. Alright, now to the right of where the gradients are, they have the restrooms hallway. They have a left-pointing arrow restroom sign right there. That little bit is painted purple. And then down the restrooms hallway, they have the Coach Chuck and Tux Helen signs there. And right in the middle, they have the full-time photo. They have the 90s wooden men's and women's up top there. And then down in them, they have a couple magazine covers. They have basketball and Go Fish, fishing one on those. And then right there, they have soccer, they have Sports Illustrated, baseball, and then they have tennis. So really neat to see all these magazine covers here as well. Coming out, they have a couple of the 2001 postcards. Actually, have almost all of them. Here they have Chucky. Then they have lunches right here. We are in the tropics, so it is kind of fun to see the tropics postcards. That's what we are today. Then we have the 90s kitchen sign. Back here, they have Helen's postcard. They have Coke machines. These franchises here in Puerto Rico serve Coke products instead of Pepsi products. Back there, they have Jasper's Howdy postcard, which is kind of hard to see, but it is back there. And then right up here, they have the 90s wooden beverages sign as well. Moving on, next we have this inflatable, which I'm sure will be taken down soon. Reason for the season. They have a green, large Warhol tribute piece. Then they have this cardboard cutout of Chucky in his holiday sweater, like I have seen some of the walk-around characters wear. And then they have the prize counter right here. They have the 90s prizes they need purchased for pastime. And they have the 90s disc prizes. They have Lip Crown rolling up there, which is a little different. And then here's a look at the prize counter. The ticket structure is completely different here at the franchise locations. You can see down here the ticket values. They have some with Avenger Chuck and then some with Rockstar Chuck, and they have Rockstar Chuck here on the warning signs. They also have the old tiles, and then this store has the 2010s carpet as well. Alright guys, now let's talk about the history of this location. So Bayamoon's Chuck E. Cheese opened in June of 2003 as a franchise. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, that animatronic is the oldest 16M left. It was one of the first 10 16Ms installed. If this store opened a few months earlier, it would have gotten a 32M beta. The majority of the art they opened with is still in this store, as well as the furniture they opened with and all that kind of stuff. In the late 2000s, they did make one change. They removed the wall planners. They would have been over here. You can kind of even see where they used to be, like right there. That would have been the mount for a wall planner. So unfortunately, those are gone. That's a shame. So that was one change they made. And then in 2013, they made another change. They added the bright lighting that you see here in the store right now. They would have opened with the dim, incandescent recessed lighting. But then they added these fluorescent lights throughout the store. All kind of lights great as well. In 2017, carpet was replaced because of Hurricane Maria. So they had to remove their original carpet and they installed the 2010s carpet. And then 2022, they got keycaps to replace their tokens. So they retrofitted the games with that. And then in 2023, they got the 2.0 exterior and also replaced their old school menu board with monitors. So they made all the menu boards digital in the store in 2023 with their 2.0 exterior. And the store stayed pretty much the same since then. However, here in 2026 now, they are going to be installing the trampoline zone over there. I also wanted to mention again that this location has all 5 of the walk-around characters. Unfortunately, they did not come out during my visit. They probably don't come out very much, but they do have them here, which is also very nice. Now, this franchise owner did open 2 other locations since this one here in Puerto Rico. There are 3 locations open in Puerto Rico currently. However, the other 2 opened after the 2005 remodel was standardized. Eventually, I will be posting tours of both of those, so stay tuned for that on the channel here. Alright guys, well I was just playing Cookie Carnival and I got a 2003 token, and I will definitely be taking this home as a souvenir. Since this location opened in 2003, it could not be more perfect to take this one home with me today. Alright, now as we leave, we're going to take a look at a few other things. I almost forgot to mention the yellow caution at floor sign that they have down here below the Coke machines. They also have the ropes here. And then as we head towards the exit, right here they have this old school salad bar from the 90s remodel, which I've never seen before. Unfortunately, there's no more salad bar. They would have had the old salad bar sign up there, which is now gone since they got rid of the salad bar, but they just have some snacks here. And then right here, they have some different stuff. They have the Showbiz Meat clapboard, and it does not say Bayamon, it just says Puerto Rico. They have a bunch of the Phase 3 stars around it. They also have the maximum seating capacity for the store, which is 584. And then over here, I'm not going to show the order counter because there's people, but they do have a Christmas tree and Santa. They have 3 large Warhols right here along this wall. And then right here they have the black light kid check overhang from the Phase 3 package, and it does work. I saw this at Tupelo, however theirs did not work, and theirs is gone now, but they do still have it here, so that's fantastic. And then they have this podium, which is the older one, but it was painted purple, and then they have that pose of Rockstar Chuck right there. They have some Puerto Rico signs over here. These are generic, however, that is a CDC one, and they have the Scripted 2.0 logo on that. And then right here along this wall, they also have the soccer piece from 1999, and it is a little bit faded. All right, now out here as we leave at the kitchen area, they do have that on the front of their podium, the Rockstar 2.0 logo. And then out here, they have the Santa's Toy Shop thing, which I'm sure will be taken down soon. If it's not already down by the time of this posting. They have more Phase 3 stars, a lot of them in the store. More crown molding, not lit, but probably is just burnt out. They have the large thumb chuck wooden up there. And then out in the lobby, they have a bunch of stuff. Right here, they have an extremely faded drive-in movie piece. Over here, they have this outdoor sign, which is inside. Most of it has been plastered over, but it has the current hours, and it has Rockstar Chuck up there above the word welcome. They have even more Phase 3 stars, so many of them. They have a small thumb chuck logo up there, and they also have this Spanish rules of conduct sign as well. Out here on their front doors, they have this sign that says now all age 1 token, but I have a feeling this has been here for a while. That was probably a brighter color that faded. Right here they have this sign. It has all the characters except Bella on it, and it says stuff probably about some promotion they're holding, with some rules about that. They have that there, and those Spanish signs right there. That one's actually in English, and that one's in Spanish. And then they also have this sign right here. It's written in Spanish, and this I'm sure is encoded. It's probably about temperature checks and face masks, but I don't know why they don't take this down. It's very outdated. All right, one more thing I wanted to point out is that when they got the 2.0 logo, they did not replace the lettering below him. So you can see over there that where they would have had the apostrophe S, it's a little harder since it's at night, but they just added that big E there. This is all the same. They might have made it red, but they just added that one big E right there. But other than that, they kept it the same. It's not even centered anymore because they didn't bother moving everything over. But those letters are from before the changeover to the 2.0 logo. They would have had thumb chuck logo there before. Well, guys, that was an incredible visit to the Chuck E. Cheese in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. I had so much fun in there, so much retro stuff, so much nostalgia, and I hope that brought back some memories for you guys if you grew up with this era of Chuck E. Cheese. I'm not sure how much longer it's going to be here for. The franchise locations are not on the same remodel schedule as the non-franchise locations. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
McCormick has flavored the world for 135 years. Because one bite can do this, and this, and this. McCormick, make your best.
Babies don't ever stop.
And behind them is an unstoppable Pampers 360 diaper with up to 100% leak-proof fit. Because they're Pampers, behind every baby. Now with new Easy Opt tabs.
Hello everyone, today I'm here in Valley Stream, New York to give you guys a full store tour of their Chuck E. Cheese. Now, the entrance is over there. They have the main sign here on this glass panel, but you have to go behind that to go inside the actual CEC, which I'll show you in a second. The entrance to the CEC is to the right of the Burlington escalators. There are the doors, and then they also have this 2.0 sign that hangs down from the ceiling right here to let you know that this is where the CEC is. Alright guys, let's start this tour off right here in the showroom. Now before we begin, I just wanted to say this location opened in February of 2024 with the 2.0 remodel. So it has not changed that much since opening, but the layout of this store is pretty cool, so I'm excited to show you guys this one. So right here they have the video wall, of course, and to go along with it, they have the 2021 dance floor. There are a few different pixels, but for the most part, it is in pretty good condition. Of course, they open with the newer version of the 2.0 carpet. They also open with the 2.0 tables, and they have all 5 character pieces. Of course, there was never a stage in here, so the order does not matter, but they have Jasper's there, and then 2 over there to the left-hand side, and then 2 over there to the right-hand side. They also have 1 TV on either side of the video wall, and then above, for some reason, they have this drop down here in the ceiling where this stuff is. I don't know why, but they did throw the happy birthday word mark right above there, and they painted that whole area that dark blue color. Also on both sides of the dance floor, they have high top tables and chairs. They have 2 over here on the left and 2 over there on the right. Alright, so first we're going to take a look at the area to the left of the showroom where they have a lot of their kiddie games and rides. So first up, they have the all-you-can-play piece right here in the showroom. I guess they have this here because the 5G silhouettes, the party, put it in too big for this spot. That's not normally a showroom piece. And they have Zombie Land Battle and Angry Birds Arcade right here. Then they have the photo ride, and it is a full Rockstar there, adventure, of course, for the rest of the characters. Rockstar, and then the flat Rockstar, like I saw at Raleigh and North Carolina on the back. Then they have SpongeBob Super Striker here. They have the Big Bug Blaster right there. Then they have the large 2.0 logo above these booths. These booths do have outlet charging. They also have the 5G silhouettes piece. They have the Octonauts right here. That's nice to see. And they have Snowball Toss, Skip Time, Hoop Troop, and Hot Racers. To the left of Hot Racers, they have their trampoline zone right here. It's a smaller 3-pad with 2 pieces, Chucky and Munch. And then over here they have the Where You Can Be a Kid photo prop. And then they also, down this hallway, have a family restroom. It has the special family restroom sign. And then they have an emergency exit right here with the new font sticker. Coming on out of here, we have a couple more kiddie games to look at. We have Kids Craft Cobra, we have Mystery Machine, and the small Rockstar air hockey table. They have their restrooms hallway, new font restroom sign, and then I'm sure they just have new font men's, new font women's signs. Nothing special down there, so the store is new. Then they have Willy Crash, so I guess now we're moving into the regular game room. On the back wall, they have a couple more booths with outlet charging. They also have the hangout piece. They also have the menu word mark piece above these booths. And they have the restrooms arrow sign, so you can see the restrooms, I guess, if you're coming from that way. You can see that they're there. Here they have Halo Fire Team Raven. And they have Centipede Chaos. They have Jurassic World right here. We'll go through the kitchen part of the store later, but I just want to show you the game room first. Here they have Monopoly Roll and Go. They also have the Rockstar Ticket Blaster here, both Rockstar back and top. Then they have Pop Block on the other side of Monopoly. They have Sonic Blast Ball right here. Then they have Batman along this wall. They have Wicked Tuna. They have Nerf Arcade, Soccer Stars, Ring Toss, Power Roll, and Drop It, Drop It. They're kind of like sister games. They're right next to each other. Sky Riders. Then they have NBA Hoops. They have branded skee ball. They have the original Alley skee ball, which is different to see at CEC. And they have Connect 4 Hoops. See that in some of the newer locations. They have Real Heroes Fire Rescue, Plinko, and Full Tilt. And then here they have an emergency exit. It is the very large stop sign graphic in new font, which I have seen in a few of the newer builds. Then as we go through the middle, we have Air Slide, we have Carnival Cups, and Paw Patrol, Temple Run, H2 Overdrive and Polar Slide, Superbikes 3. And then spinning around here, we have Crab Rush right there. Then they have Nitro Trucks. They have a Clutch Shoot. They have another TV ring right there. Then they have Mario and Sonic, Little Ticket Monsters, Hoop It Up, Mega Blaster, and Avenger the Coin Pusher. They have a 2.0 booth here along the front and this really neat light up sign here in the store. I guess it's for the people outside more, but seeing a light up sign inside the store is a pretty rare sight. They also have a Basketball Pro, a SpongeBob Potato Coaster, Tippet Blocks, Black Hole, Plants vs. Zombies. Here in this area they have the low 2.0 chairs and a long booth. Then they have a tight rope and lumberjack and tons of tickets and the large whacking room right here. And I think that is it for the main room in this store. All right, now to the left of where the menu word mark piece is, they have the pickup window right here, 2.0 pickup window sign, and they have the new what's floors as well, which they would have opened with, of course. They have the Past Qualities Kitchen sign up there, new font. However, the third station sign is old font, and they have the really nice blue tiles around the Pepsi machines. They are the older version of the Pepsi machines, though. Caution of floor sign, and then right here is their prize counter. They don't have any toy warning stickers on the glass. They do have all of the gumballs. They do not have large Bella. They do have small Bella, though. They do have the Layup U1 sign right there. Then they have the Arby's or Hand Shop Daily. They do have a salad bar here, of course. They did get the new tiles, of course, behind the menu boards. This is a new build. They have their employees must wash their hands sign right there. They did not get Pizzeria and Games above the menu boards. They got it up here for some reason. Very strange placement for that. But they do have the pizza sizes board to the left of the menus. And I was able to get a jackpot this visit here on SpongeBob Potato Coaster. It was 30 tickets, which is not the worst I've seen, but it's not the best either. I did have to get SpongeBob though too, which is another extra 10. Alright, now out here when you leave, the carpet changes right around here. They also have a couple more booths over here, but the carpet changes. They have the wood grain kid check podium, and it does have some Rockstar merch inside of it. Over here they have the mission statement. And then out here when you leave, they have the new thanks for visiting measuring tape. Have the Chucky Day green silhouette above the door, as well as that sign, only 387 deep. That's not that many for a store this big. That is not a CDC sign, it's a local one. Out here in the lobby, they have, I guess this is the medium logo. They also have this sign from the area, no smoking or vaping. They have the New York firearm sign that talks about law enforcement personnel. And then over here, they have the good behavior guidelines, the mix of the old and new font. All right, everyone, well, that concludes my tour of the Chuck E. Cheese here at Valley Street Board. Overall, it's a pretty nice location. It was nice to see another new build. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
How much could you save by switching your car insurance to Allstate? Well, let's say this is you, and this is you with $713. Woohoo! Drivers who switch to Allstate save an average of $713.
Hand off your taxes to an expert in your neighborhood. Now, your TurboTax expert can file for you, so you don't have to miss a moment. You've got better things to do than taxes. Have a local TurboTax expert file for you.
Hello everyone, today I am here in West Island, New York to give you guys a full store tour of their Chuck E. Cheese. Let's go in and check this store out. Alright guys, let's start this tour off right here in the showroom. So as you can see, front and center, they have their video wall, and to go along with it, they have the 2021 model dance floor right here. The dance floor looks like it is in pretty good shape. I do see a few dim pixels, but no discoloration or anything like that, so it's better than a lot of the ones I've seen, that's for sure. But this one isn't that old, it's less than 2 years old, so that is important to keep in mind as well. They have a refresh in the store. They did get rid of the carpet, however, they still have their 85 benches.
E o tal do Ticas, você falou, é bom?
Que chicken?
Chai.
Ah, meu amor. Esse gosto de chai.
Ah,
Não, sério, só chocolate.
Now, this is where you start to see out.
Não sei sei quem tá tomando. Acho que é o Gustavo.
Essa é a
Before they close, they do paint the border here.
Três só,
Eu só fiz um pra
dois.
você.
Não, você foi você.
Eu fiz um pra mim só e pronto.
Ah, tinha. Depois esse.
Não, aqui, ó.
Três.
1, 2, 3. Então ele fez um, eu fiz um. Você um.
Da vovó aí. Calma aqui.
Que é a vovó ou a Maria?
É a vovó e Maria.
As I said earlier, they have things for booths here on the left-hand side of the showroom and a party piece here on the left-hand side. And then on the right-hand side of the showroom,
Pode ir essa aí, começa de novo.
five is a silhouette piece, panel,
Começa de novo.
Eu não vou sair, não. Eu baixei.
and emergency exit.
Eu baixei.